Good morning, friends, and welcome back. We are continuing our discussion about supplements this week. In fact, this morning we are going to talk about one I grabbed out of my fridge. So this one is called Life 9. Let's see if you can see that. Life 9. So this is actually a probiotic. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with probiotics or what they are, but let me tell you. So, as I'm sure you're aware, our body is like usually in harmony with a whole bunch of bacteria, and most of them live in our guts. They help us break down food, they help us absorb minerals, they do all kinds of things. Except when they get out of control, and then you have things go wrong. I'm sure everyone's familiar with the term E. coli and salmonella and all that. So E. coli is a natural bacteria that does live in our gut, but when it gets out of control and it starts to take over, that is when we have problems. Okay, so there's bunches and bunches and bunches of different kinds of bacteria that live in our gut and are supposed to be there. In a very balanced way. We have kind of like a symbiotic relationship with these bacteria. They help keep us healthy, we help keep them fed. And that's just how it works. But there are things we can do that disrupt that balance. Things like taking antibiotics. Now, I understand there are times when antibiotics are very helpful, but they don't discriminate on the bacteria that they kill. They don't target just the bad bacteria. They kill everything, which means they also are killing our good bacteria that lives in our gut. Diet can seriously affect our gut health. So if we eat too much sugar, we can encourage the growth of yeast and discourage the growth of those healthy bacteria. Again, causing things to go out of balance and our system to feel all wonky. And those are just some of the things I can think of off the top of my head that we can do to throw our system out of whack. Now, why is it important that the bacterial balance in our gut be just so? Well, quite frankly, because most of your immune system is connected to your gut, and most of us want to be healthy. So if our bodies are out of whack, that immune system can't do what it needs to do, and boom, next thing you know, we're fighting off some bug and it's not going well because our immune system is not where it's supposed to be. So probiotics, which are healthy strains of bacteria that are supposed to be in our gut, are wonderful. Most of us drink some kind of chlorinated water. Quite frankly, I do. I drink water out of my tap, and that has chlorine in it, and that can affect the bacteria in my gut because chlorine is meant to kill bacteria. That's why they put it in the water, to make it safe to drink. Unfortunately, while we're drinking it, we're also letting that chlorine get into our bodies, which means it's hurting the good bacteria that live in our gut. So there are times when a probiotic is very, very beneficial. Now, what makes this particular probiotic special? It contains 9 different strains of bacteria. When I was little, my mom always told me, after going through something and going through a round of antibiotics, eat yogurt, because yogurt has healthy bacteria in it, and that would help replenish my gut. Well, the thing about yogurt is it only contains one kind of bacteria. This stuff contains 9. So, that's really, really beneficial to help the overall balance and not get one trying to take over, right? You're supposed to have a bunch of different ones. So this has 9, which is awesome. Also, this comes in a capsule. The capsule that this is coated in is specially designed not to break down in your stomach. So it doesn't dissolve in your stomach acid. It waits until it gets further down into the intestines and then dissolves, which is good because that's where you want all this bacteria to go, is into your intestines. You don't want it dying in the hydrochloric acid in your stomach. You want it to get further down and actually do some good. So I do love that about these capsules. Now, of course, as you can tell, I keep them on hand because anytime we go through stomach whatever, I go ahead and grab some Life 9. In fact, I just finished a master cleanse for myself, and I will definitely, now that it is completed and I'm starting very gently to get back on solid foods, Life 9 is definitely going to be a huge part of that process for me, helping my gut make sure it's good and balanced and where it needs to be so that I'm not hurting and experiencing a lot of intestinal discomfort as I start reintroducing solid foods back into my diet. So that is kind of a little bit about Life 9, why it's such an awesome probiotic. There are a lot of probiotics out on the market, y'all. I don't know of another one that has that special capsule that only dissolves in your intestines so that you're getting the full benefit of all the bacteria in the capsule. Anyway, so if you guys, as always, have any questions, please feel free to comment, hit the subscribe button so that you get notified of all these cool videos that I'm doing. This series happens to be on supplements. Feel free to send me an email if you have any further questions or just need to chat. I would love to hear from you guys. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me this week. I will see you again next week and have a lovely weekend. Bye, guys.